Hey guys, a little pullout over here. Yep, I had a blowout. On my drives. Rear axle outside tire, KABOOM! A lot of flapping tire. I'm all fixed up. And good to go. Give him a little honk. Got some new tires. Yeah, that was very unexpected. I stopped at the brake check north of Williams Lake, and all my tire pressures were really good. Nothing out of the ordinary. And then about 38 kilometers south of Williams Lake, maybe a little less than that, KABOOM! It blew out right at the bottom of the hill, so I slammed on the brakes. Busy highway, small little shoulder like this. I'm not parking on the highway like this. I'm like, well, the rim's not touching the ground because the other tire's still good, so I idled it up at like 10 kilometers an hour on the shoulder through that little pull-out. Made it much safer for him to do some work on it too, instead of on the side of a road. And in the meantime, I crawled underneath the trailer and fixed the wiring on my license plate. It took a while to chase where that wire was. It's like the first connection, replaced that, nice and clean, smooth, perfect. Okay, no, didn't work. Okay, let's go to the second connection. Clean that up nicely. I put the extender in there, made the wiring longer. Like, now it should work. Nothing. I'm like, what? Okay, does this light even work? So I went to a different light on the trailer, unplugged it. You know, one that you just unplug. Broke the plug while unplugging it. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So I held the plate light against there, and it's like, yep, it lit up nice and bright. And then I fixed the plug I broke. And then went back underneath there and then chased the wiring a little further down. It wasn't too far down. There's just in the middle of nowhere in the wiring, it was just broken. It's like, wait a minute, there's a soft spot here. Sure enough, I cut the wire on the other side of the soft spot, and all of a sudden I had sparks. I'm like, okay, let's turn the power back off. Wired it all up. I've got one less defect. Yeah, I know I could get the shop guys to do it. I know it's not my job. But I'm down anyway. Why not fix it myself? So yeah, that was, according to the GPS, 38 kilometers south of Williams Lake. I'll still make it there today to Kelowna. Remember, I was going to have all that downtime? I'm not going to have any of that downtime. None at all. I'll have half an hour to 45 minutes downtime still. But hey, it didn't affect my run at all. Still gonna make it. Kind of good thing to happen on a day like today. Beautiful weather outside. I was drinking that Alberta cream soda, or the orange cream soda that I bought in the Alberta while I was there. It's definitely a different taste. I call it Grizzly Paw. The company is the Grizzly Paw or something like that. Check out my Instagram from 2 weeks ago. There are some photos of the tire, of me underneath the trailer wiring. Well, my feet sticking out anyway. And of course the Grizzly Paw drink. It was a good time. I don't know. People always become miserable when things break down, and I seem to get in a better mood when things break down. I don't know, it's something different, something new, a new challenge, right? Maybe it's a challenge of it, right? It's like, okay, what are we gonna do now? Like thinking quick on the feet, going, okay, I'm not doing any damage by crawling this truck up to that rest area, make it safer for anybody. I am sure that CVSE would never give me a ticket for crawling up the road with a missing tire just to get to the nearest pullout. Even to that little pullout there. Another one up ahead. Even if it's a driveway, pull in and try to park in a way that they can still get by. Over there on that shoulder, pull up in there. Pull off the road. You're such a safety hazard on the road. I know he was quite happy that I was that far off the road. Quite happy. It's like, oh, this will be nice, good work. So he brought 2 new tires, looked at my the partner's tire and goes, nope, we'll have to replace both. I'm like, wait a minute. How about we don't replace both? Let's put new tires on, but the tire that you're going to replace there still has lots of tread on. On the other side of the truck, there's a tire that's almost worn out. Why don't you take that one, rotate this one to the other side, and that saves us, instead of throwing out a tire that's got 12/32 on it, we now threw out a tire that's got 6/32 on it, and we didn't throw it out. What they do is they take those tires and either they credit the amount of money it's still worth for retreading to Sutco, or they send the tire back to Sutco. This gentleman said they're gonna send the tire back to Salmo. Basically, next time there's a truck going that way, throw that tire on there and it'll be delivered to Salmo. If I had a tire carrier holder, like a tire holder, I would have thrown the tire underneath the trailer myself and delivered it, but it would be obnoxious and in the way if I had taken it with. Although I could have dropped it off at the West Kelowna yard. Didn't think of that until now. It's a pretty big fire they're burning there. Small grass fire. Looks like they're monitoring. Got a shovel out. It's a little risky to be doing it, but people like fire. I like fire. Excuse me. Little sniffles. Yeah, that felt good. Although I'm dirty again. Just took a shower. Just took a shower. Come on. Actually, if I fuel up, I'm pretty low on fuel here. How'd I get that low on fuel? I thought it was like half a tank. It's happened to me before. Looked like I got quite a bit of fuel. Pull over and stop, start the engine up again, and all of a sudden my fuel is way lower. I'm at a quarter tank. Okay, quarter tank. South of Williams Lake. Where am I fueling up? I'm not sure. I gotta think about this one. What's the next town? Where's the next fuel station? Next Petropass. Canal had a Petropass. coming up. Should I just wait till Kamloops? That's a funky road there. Gonna make you seasick type of road. It wants a wobble you left to right. I guess it's rutted out enough. What lake are we beside? Man, that feels weird. So strange feeling. I didn't pay attention. I don't know what lake this is. This is the Windy Moth Indian Reservation 7, called on my GPS. Doing a load secure. Speaking of, when do we have to do a road secure? We stopped there. What kilometers were we when we stopped there? I gotta think about this. How long have I been recording for? 12 minutes? So that's about, be less than 25 kilometers. So I'll say we've been driving for 25. So we're at 481,286. So 286. So minus 25 would be 260 basically, 260. And then I can go 240 kilometers. So that's what? 500? That's 500, right? My math skills aren't that great, but I think that's 500. So I gotta stop at 5. Oh, what am I talking about? I'm stopping for fuel anyway before that. Who cares? Who cares? Next rest area is 17 kilometers. I'll jump out there anyway. Just do a walk around tires, make sure the tires all still feel right, look right. I think I'm just paranoid, but the road is really worn out where it's got these ruts. But I want to make sure it's not my tires. I torqued them myself with him, so I know they're not falling off, but I'm gonna check. I'll check. And new tires can always feel different too. But I think it's just the road. but healthy paranoia is good. No harm in double checking. Still don't know what lake this is. Like a nice place there. While we're sitting there, we got a fleet message going, make sure you're not overweight at all anywhere. They're giving out overweight tickets for just a little bit overweight. They're very strict this time of year. So I'll have to keep that in mind when I get fuel to make sure I don't get enough fuel to put me overweight. Lac La Hatch. So it's obviously French. That's where we are. And I don't know if I slaughtered that. Essentials going up empty. I wonder where he's going to get. It's a school bus. I'm like, what are the red lights there? School bus. Expecting yellow lights to come on. I'm like, I'm ready. Okay, so 100 Mile House in 26. If I remember correct, there's a Petra Pass in 100 Mile House. I think we'll get a bit of a drink there. With that message going out, I'm not going to fill it up. I'm just going to maybe top off one tank, just enough to get to Kelowna. We'll top off there once we're unloaded. Because I think if I topped it all the way off, I might be over on my drives. I guess I could just keep an eye on the pressure gauge, see what happens as I fuel up. It makes a big difference on how much fuel I have and if I'm at risk of getting a ticket. And me, I try to run maximum weight all the time. Some of the forklift drivers that know me regularly are starting to know me as the guy that can take one more bundle than everybody else. I don't go overweight, I just max it out. I'm like, okay, so if you put another bundle over here and shift that over this way, spread the weight out, we can take one more bundle there. And sometimes they're like, nah, I don't want to play with it. I'm like, okay, all good. Sometimes like, nope, the order's only for this. I'm like, okay, but every now and then, I pile on as much as I can. There's a couple of places that pile on as much as they can. And there's a few places that will always, every single time, overload you. Every time. No. Nope. Not going overweight. Not on purpose. I've accidentally gone a little bit overweight. But very rarely. I'm going to let you guys go. Coming up to that little rest area pull-out, so quickly check out the truck and then keep going to Kelowna. Truck it on, truck it on. You guys have a good day.